Hi, and welcome back to another installment of the Chris Horner Diary. We're here at the start of stage 16. And Chris, first let's talk about yesterday and the big trip up Alpe d'Huez. You had a pretty good ride.
Yeah, fantastic day of racing, a good ride for myself, starting to find some form back again. The rest day did me a lot of good. Maybe the antibiotics helped out a lot too. All I know is that the legs were just actually feeling like a bike racer again instead of just completely dead.
Okay. On the flip side, Cadell obviously didn't have a bad ride, but not maybe what he was hoping for. Lost a little time to Landis. Still within reach of the podium, but he's got some work to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Landis has the best form. There's no doubt about that. So the only way it looks like he'll lose is if he has either a really bad day or tactics take over or something like that. Cadell yesterday was fantastic at the beginning of the climb. You saw him right there, and then about halfway through, he just couldn't do the pace anymore, and he blew. And you can look at it and just say, wow, if you stay with the second group, you could have got back to the first group with Landis, but he chose to go with Landis right from the beginning, which is normally the best tactic to play. Just yesterday just was a little bit off, but he salvaged the day, only 1 minute out of second place, basically. So 3 minutes out of first and one minute and thereabouts out of what I think will be a second or third podium place.
Okay. Let's talk about today a little bit. Another tough day, a couple Ors category climbs, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the Galibier, which I think is 43K top to bottom. When was the last time you did a 43K climb?
Just about a week, 2-3 weeks ago, a week before the tour started, we did this stage at the Dauphiné.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I know the stage really good, and it's an exciting stage. It's going to start off right away hard because there's going to be the KOM thing going on with the Rabobank guys. And someone trying to, of course, get into a break like you saw yesterday. People know breaks can go and they can win stages that way. So guys that are automatically out of the GC right now that still have form are going to be looking for a break. And today's a good day to probably make that happen.
Okay. And you're feeling good again? Think you got another good day ahead of you?
Yeah, I hope so. Yesterday felt good. Normally the form for me doesn't fluctuate at all. Here, this particular tour, it's been up and down and all over the place. So I would hope that the form from yesterday stays. If not, comes up higher to where it was at the beginning of the tour.
Okay, fair enough. Chris, that's good for now, and we'll be back later with more from the Tour de France.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, a lot of excitement.
Vielleicht die andere Seite ab Loh, auf dem Lohstift. Dann ist die Platz auch voll. Aber so unter vielmals merci, und ich gucke natürlich, dat auch checken, ich mache nur ein Foto.
Nice.
Ja, wie werde ich dat auch checken?
Mach das.
Gut, okay, so unter vielmals merci. Comment
ça s'est passé? Ça a été, on en a parlé évidemment, je suppose.
Au Luxembourg, oui, il paraît que Luxembourg a été touché vraiment.
Yes, was waiting for me a little bit in the climb, and he helped me just 1 kilometer for recover a little bit, and I couldn't take after that to Landis and Clauden, and for me it was good enough, you know, and they are doing the best.
Levi, quick second, Levi.
Today's your day, man. Today's your day.
Thank you. Levi, is it a little frustrating being in that situation where you're just high enough on GC, they're not going to let you get away?
I got to look for the moment where it won't matter, and even if they try to chase, they won't be able to. And I think that could come on the Glandon, so I'll just keep my eyes open and take it day by day.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the legs yesterday on the last climb?
Yeah, a little bit flat. I mean, I was just trying to stay with the best, and those two were a level above myself and the others yesterday, so just try to get up as fast as I can, as close to them as I can, really.
Any surprises?
Not a big strategy.
Any surprises from your vantage point on what you were seeing with some of the other GC contenders?
Yeah, Rabobank had a bad day, and I think I looked on TV afterwards. Menchov, he didn't look good. I think Rasmussen, he got better as the climb went up, so that's a good sign for him, but Menchov was really suffering, so I don't see him getting much better.
It seemed like you kind of took the climb at your own pace. Maybe that was a better strategy than perhaps Cadell.
That's all, yeah, definitely. When I saw him below, I knew that it was over for him, but that's really all I could do is go my own pace.
What would it take for you to leave this tour satisfied?
I think I'd have to win a stage.
Yeah,
definitely.
Today's your day, Levi.
So.
Thanks a lot.
Come on, Levi, let's go, man. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Come on, Levi.
Goed, het is goed dat hij bij de ploeg is. En, Qui? Gros, il était 40 secondes. J'ai appris 40 secondes. C'est un super boulot. Après l'étape que tu as fait hier, ce que tu as fait aujourd'hui, c'est bien battu, Franck. C'est bien. On chope pas froid.
Maurizio,
Parce que là, t'as vite fait de choper froid.
attention.
Ok. L'hôtel est de 350 mètres, il est devant la ligne d'arrivée, tu fais demi-tour.
Second day in a row, you guys have really stamped your impression on this race.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just finished. I have no clue what's the situation. And
Your teammate Carlos Sastre basically went right through the race.
Yeah.
He's right behind Pereiro now, and puts you guys in a real strong position going into the time trial with him.
oh, sure. I mean, we believe. I always said we're gonna believe in Carlos until the end, and today he showed that he was right.
Maybe just finish that thought.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever seen a rider? I mean, riders blow all the time, but what happened to Landis today has got to be just absolutely stunning.
Hey, that's just that's the Tour de France. I mean, you cannot win it in one day, but you cannot lose it in one day. And he's not. He maybe made some mistakes. He didn't need enough, and who knows? I mean, that's the race, and he blew, so it was good for us.
You know how well Carlos can time trial. What do you rate his chances going into this thing?
Yeah, Carlos is a very good time trialer, and everybody knows. And when you got the chance to go on the podium or even take the yellow jersey, I mean, that gives you an extra push, and I'm sure that he can do it.
After a great day yesterday, another good day for CSC with Carlos Sastre, who did very well. You had a tactic also in one of the climb where you started all gearing up. Was that planned before?
No, Carlos, he just looked at me and he told me that I should put some speed, some pressure on the race. Obviously, he felt very good, and so that's what I did. I just did my best. I really felt today the effort from yesterday, and I mean, it's just perfect for us. We have the best situation right now, and yeah, it's a great tour.
It seems like after a slow start, the CSC team is now kind of unstoppable.
I mean, everybody knows that the first week was just a day for the sprinters, and it's just a week for the sprinters, and there was unnecessary to send guys out there, and it was 2 days which was dangerous. And
The B-roll, it's worth it.
Excusez-moi pour le vélo. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi pour le vélo. Hey. À l'autre côté. Je suis désolé. Excusez-moi. Pardon. Yes, please. Sorry.
Ryan.
Yeah. Before the season started, I hope I can win this jersey in the Tour de France. This is my.
How did you feel today?
The last 18 kilometer was very, very hard. Then left corner sign with 18 kilometer, they arrive.
and now you think it's a long way to the finish, and it's a hard way, and it's good I'm stay here. I'm still alive.
And your thoughts on tomorrow?
Sorry?
Your thoughts on tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow it's the third hard station in the Alps, and I hope I can protect the jersey. And then if I ride a good time trial and I win the white jersey in Paris.
Okay, good luck, Marcus.
Thank you.
Have you personally ever had a day like the one Landis had today, and what caused it when it happened to you?
Every rider has a bad day in the race. Leipheimer has it in a time trial. Landis had it now. It's always. Sometimes the rider had some bad days. It's hard for him. He had a white yellow jersey, and the press and himself looks, and after this white shirt, and it's hard to lose it.
Are you surprised? Was the feeling in the peloton that he was the Tour de France winner, or do you think that there was some suspicions of whether or not he would be able to hold up?
I think he looked in the last days very good. He looked off today very good, but I don't know what happened. It's hard on the finish.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Eric Breukink, how much did Dennis lose today? And is this the end of his bid to win this Tour de France?
When you lose 2 days in a row time, it's difficult. I think he has to look to a place, maybe on the podium, the first 5. It's already a good job now, but okay, it's a little bit sad for him, losing time yesterday and losing time today. In the final, he looked very good, but at one moment he cracked, and that's the tour of the guys who crack, no? And when you're consistent, you can win this tour.
Eric, something very strange happened out there, didn't it? Dennis attacked, he went with a T-Mobile rider, Rogers, and then 2 T-Mobile riders led Landis back up to them. What's going on there? How did you interpret that as a team director?
They are riding for Kleuden, and they didn't want to go Menchov away, so Menchov stopped and sat in the wheel again. But then at one moment, Landis blew away, and then there was the moment for T-Mobile to go and to give everything.
Is this tour over now?
I think it's not over, because the time differences are small, and you have a few guys who are still in front. I don't know. Tomorrow can be a strange day again.
Thanks very much, Eric.
Eric, quick. You were a rider once. I'm sure everyone has a day like Landis had today. What were some of the things that caused it when it happened to you? I mean, to just only try to speculate on what happened to Landis today.
I think he has not the experience to ride in front in a GC. He never did. So it would be surprising he could win this tour so easily. So there are riders who are sometimes going down. The stress of the yellow jersey, everybody favored him as the most capable rider to win, and that's difficult to handle.
Were you surprised? I mean, had you seen any weaknesses, or was what happened today a surprise to you?
That could happen. You know, the group is close together. Everybody can crack, and it's an open tour. Now it's getting more clear, but still it's not done.
What about what's left for your team? I mean, Menchov is distant now. Maybe you turn your focus and the most important jersey becomes Michael's?
Yeah, for sure. Today he won it in one day, and he will defend that for sure. And but still, we will also protect Dennis for the general.
Thank you very much. Everyone, beginning of the day, you were the guy who got tipped by a lot of people, and at the end you did it. It's surprising that you were able to pull it off.
No.
How'd you do it?
Well, that's correct. Well, yesterday I did a reasonable time on Alpe d'Huez, considering I was pedaling squares for the first 5Ks. Couldn't get going, and for the last 4 I had to wait for Menchov. I still did the 5th best time on Alpe d'Huez, but I was certainly not happy with the way the race went, because we were never in it. But I knew that that I was good enough to win a stage here this year. Like, I was climbing well enough.
What were the sensations today? I mean, just everything felt right for you?
Yeah, but they were not giving presence behind for sure. Like we were under pressure all the way to the top of Galibier. Because of course Sonia Duval, they were trying to defend the jersey with whatever they had, and there was a terrible headwind in the valley, and I was very happy that both Valjevek and Kassar they contributed a lot there.
Last one, you've been riding a long time. I'm sure you've had a day like the one Landis had today. What happens, out there to, have somebody go that far backwards that quickly?
Well, we knew before the tour started that all the pre-race favorites, they've always had a bad day in 3-week stage races. And it's a matter of consistency. And now Landis, he had his bad day yesterday. Menchov, he has his bad day. Leipheimer had his bad day in the time trial. The race is still wide open. And now Pereira, he's in the yellow jersey after they gave him half an hour one day, and he might even pull it off.
Okay. Michael, thanks very much.
Hour for hour, a little better. In the Glandon, the leg is okay, and one time I think it's okay. I go to the limit. A tour or nothing.
Can you hold on to win the tour?
I don't know. It's only things today. Preparation, the very good tactic for tomorrow. I like tomorrow. The legs is good, and after tomorrow is possible winner the tour.
Were you surprised to see Landis dropping off the back of the group today?
Yeah. Tour, but I don't like see the Floyd Landis explosion. It's incredible. Yesterday Floyd is the strong rider, the incredible, and today it's very very bad day for you. I don't happy.
And what about Cadel Evans? He stayed with you pretty much the whole way today.
Oh yes, Cadel is good rider, and today is all days with Claudin is good form.
Ned Landis and your old team opponent gave you a present of half an hour. What do you say to them now?
It's really all teams now think this possibility. My legs good in the mountain. In this case, one surprise, but today no surprise, it's really.
And you are now the favourite to win this Tour de France. How do you feel about that?
It's a little better. Okay, but tomorrow is a strong day. Saturday is time trial, 57 kilometers. No, it's easy.
You look like this is a tremendous surprise.
Surprise is winning the tour. I have too much confidence in my team.
Do you think the rest of the favourites in the Tour de France before the Tour de France underestimated Oscar Pereiro?
You really know. I before the Tour de France, I think it's possible. In another time, the 10th first. Okay, one time I think in the 5-10 first, but the winner of the tour is really a surprise for me. And okay, now it's only 4 days for finish the race, and it's one possibility, no? But tomorrow is a strong day, Saturday is a strong day. I don't know.
Okay, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much.
It's difficult, hè? It's difficult.
Guys, go there.
Was het een Calvario?
Go there.
Het was echt niet normaal, zo'n rit.
What do they think now? What do you think now?
Well, I haven't seen the exact results, but he had a bit of an off day yesterday on Alpe d'Huez, but he made up a lot of time today, I've heard. I don't know how much and where he's sitting now, but I can have a look right here. So he's moved up to 5th. there's a big possibility he could move up. He could still even win it. I mean, there's another stage tomorrow, but it's not an uphill finish. But there's a time trial of more than 50k, so he's still right in it. And that's what I said about Cadell. He's a natural GC rider, and he can back up day after day. And today he's done a good ride, so good on him. It's pleasing.
What's it going to take for him to lift up the standings a little further over the next 2 days?
2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take.
Rob.
Well, it was a long day out, just suffered all day. We had to ride 90k uphill today. It's just, and when you got a guy, the best climber almost you could say in the peloton, Rasmussen, goes off on the first hill, there's no way we're going to come inside the time limit. They set it at 12%, but in such a big group like we had, we were at a good tempo. We weren't far outside it, and they're always going to leave us in the race.
Rob, just one. It's obviously a different aspect because Landis is a climber, you're a sprinter, but just in general, talk about a really bad day on the bike that you've had and what caused it, and maybe speculate on what might have happened to Landis out there today.
Well, I haven't had a really bad day. I've had quite a good day to only come in 44 minutes behind Rasmussen. It's just a really tough day with so much climbing. Stage was only 180k and 90 kilometres of it was uphill. So we're always going to lose a lot of time, and we just have to, as a group of non-climbers, I mean, there are even climbers in the group with us. That's how hard this tour's been.
Can I rephrase that? I'm just sort of reflecting back in your cycling career and having a bad day and comparing it to what Landis had, and I know you're different types of racers.
Landis had. I know he lost time, but it's different to my bad days. I've had a lot worse days than this. But I know when you blow, there's no coming back from it. When you go into the red, there's just it's not much you can do. When you're losing time, you just got to ride your own tempo and try and limit your losses. But in the Tour de France, in the last week, in mountain stages like that, even though I'm not a climber, I know it. When you blow, that's it.
Some people express surprise. Some people seem to think that...
I'm out of here. I'm going, mate.
Okay. Thanks, Robbie.
And today, by having 2 or 3 riders up the front on the Quad Affair, you had 3 riders. You had Van der Wel and Carlos and Frank. Did you know that Carlos was in the form that he could attack on this last climb?
You never know, but you hope. And I mean, as long as he's okay, that we can pull on the climbs, it's a good sign.
You were talking to him yesterday morning in Gap for a long time. What were you saying to him, to Frank? When he won the stage, before the stage, you were talking to him?
Well, just staying calm, and don't think about too much about his prestation, and not putting pressure on him, but do as good as possible. And as good as possible is good enough, and just to stay calm.
I think Carlos can now win the Tour. He's 1 minute 50 back off Pereiro at the time trial to come up.
Well, I think he has a possibility. Everything is possible, but it's still a very open tour. Tomorrow we start from zero again, almost. So tomorrow is very, very important stage, and it's very decisive for who can win the Tour.
Are you surprised by Oscar Pereira?
Yeah, it's good performance. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I cannot complain. The last week has been fantastic for us, and I mean, still with 6 riders, we're able to do so many good results, and being able to show that we have a world-class team, also without Ivan right now, and it's very important for us.
What are you feeling now that Intermon Telimar Jens pulled Pereiro for a long, long time and gained the 24 minutes that put him into the yellow jersey?
Yeah, but that was the situation then, and I mean, you can do nothing about it now. That's the circumstances of life and the race, and I mean, it's too late. We have to look forward.
But did you figure that Pereiro might be a danger?
Not that dangerous now.
Bjorn, have you ever had a day like Landis had today, and what do you attribute a day like today to?
I've had many days like this, and it's awful. I mean, especially if you are in the yellow jersey, it's the worst that can happen, I mean, what can you do about it?
Did your team sense weakness either yesterday or during today's stage that Floyd? Did your team sense weakness in Floyd? Or
no. Only his team, yes. You know.
Do you think that was the trouble today, or was the trouble just a bad day, or a little both?
I don't know. Ask him. Otherwise, we have to wait and see until tomorrow.
Hoy ha fallado Floyd Landis, todo puede pasar todavía en este Tour de Francia.
Sí, para mí ha sido una sorpresa, ¿no? Parecía que iba bien, pero realmente se ha venido abajo, ¿no? Y se ha visto que el Tour está todavía vivo, ¿no?
Le plus resserré, rarement enregistré. Il est arrivé qu'il y ait un match entre 2-3 coureurs, mais là, eh bien, ils sont 7 en moins de 3 minutes. Et puis derrière...